Peter, what words of wisdom about your are we going to get today?
Now I begin to understand what you are talking about.
Oh, that's not good. It's all very well for us to help you with wine, but to lead you to evil paths is not good. You don't like me to show my mask. That's not a mask, it's to cover from the sun. My pen does not seem to be penning.
I brought an extra pen for you, and then I saw you got a pen.
And so you took it back?
Yeah, exactly.
You're scared I would steal it.
Of course. The temperature is nice. Friday afternoon. Get your pen.
It's Saturday.
Oh, it's Saturday.
I want to do an exercise for fun, for grins and giggles. Go through very quickly, by appearance and nose, what you think the wine is.
Yeah, I usually do that. So I will try that.
Yep.
Mention it to Jay.
As an exercise, quickly go through and based upon color and aromas, just quickly jot down what you think the wine is.
All right. And shall we do an opening?
Sure.
Hi, Waffles.
Hi, Wapples.
Hello, Wapples. So what are we doing today?
I prepared 6 different wines, and I paid $15 for each. But one among these 6 costs much less in other states in the United States and in other countries as well.
So there's one potential less expensive outlier.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a feeling that there's something much less is actually better, but we'll see.
Yeah. In the end, I wish you pick 2 best and 1 worst.
Okay.
Except for the cheaper one.
Okay.
And then also, as an exercise that we spoke about, just for fun, very quickly taking just a couple of minutes, we're going to go through, smell the wine, take a look at the color, and just think what the wine is.
And why do we do that?
Just to see how close we can get with just appearance and smell.
Okay, I see.
Alrighty.
So it took only 1.5 minutes.
Well, we're just looking at, I mean, you can't get there. It's interesting to try. Quickly give them all,
Okay.
since we went through them so quickly. New World, Pinot. The second one was Petit, I didn't know what it is. Third one I thought was Chilean Cabernet. Fourth one, Cabernet blend. Fifth one, absolutely labeled as California Cabernet. And the sixth one, looking at the color, that's got to be mega purple or something. It's, I can't see a wine with color like that outside of Petite Syrah.
You want to go next?
Oh, I know what they are.
Oh, that's right.
So I should.
So as with Peter, New World Pinot Noir, agreed. Second wine, Bretti, I'm in Italy with it. Third wine, Bordeaux varieties from Chile. Fourth one, I had a tough time with it. Lots of alcohol, a little bit funky, not speaking to me about place. Fifth wine, it was smoky. And the question is that smoky South Africa or smoky Napa, Sonoma?
You wouldn't get that weird, over-the-top faux new oak from South Africa.
And then the last wine, California, super ripe. Again, looking at that deep color, and it's a bit raisined. Could there be Zinfandel and Petite Syrah in it?
All right, now we do them.
God, you're good. It took only 1.5 minutes, and you're very good.
Well, yeah, but we haven't tasted them. Now we get to taste, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. To see if what we thought was confirmed. By the way, Patrick and I do this all the time. When we teach wine, when we did our exams, that's exactly what we did. We went through and we saw, or speaking for myself anyway, I'm not sure exactly how Patrick did it, but in my exams, I did that. I lined up the wines irrespective of anything in terms of color, depending on the flights. I went through and I quickly wrote down what I thought each one was just on the nose.
And there's a lot you can get.
Yeah.
I especially love when you do this. I don't know why, but when you do this,
I'm appealing to the Asian audience. Yeah!
Okay, let's get back to the work.
Peter, the Bruce Lee of the world of wine.
That's right.
Oh, can I give you one clue?
Sure.
They are from 4 different countries.
Okay, good. Okay, let's do it.
Patrick?
It is a pale red wine. You can easily see through it. That's got floral, berries, and oak on the aromatics. reasonably good intensity. Has a nice mouthfeel. There's some bitterness from the oak, though. Medium-bodied wine, fairly light tannins. Peter and I had both thought it was New World Pinot Noir. I continue to think that it's New World Pinot Noir. More tempted to say California, though you can get some minimally oaked or less oaked Pinot Noir from New Zealand than you are from California. But that would be the dance that I would be going through. For $15, I like them.
It's interesting that you say that, because what I have tended to find is one of the hallmarks of Central Otago Pinot Noir, we're now talking much more money, is the radical overuse of oak that they have never curbed. Anyway, I still agree with our original assessment. As in New World, I ended up either California or Chile. I thought that the wine was boot polishy in character, and I thought that this was somebody trying to shoehorn Pinot, which is very difficult, to squeeze the wine into a price point. So that's where I am.
Let's see what it is. So the first one,
Carmel Road.
yeah, it's Monterey
Monterey.
County. It's Pinot Noir, 2017.
Well, this is one of the $15 bottles of wine?
15.
It's very difficult to find inexpensive, and this would be inexpensive Pinot. Most Pinot Noirs cost more than $15.
I've always sort of mouthed these words. It's a cliche and it's not accurate particularly, but I've always said you can buy cheap Pinot Noir, you can buy good Pinot Noir, but you can't buy good cheap Pinot Noir. And for me, that was one of those wines. Wine number 2. It sort of wasn't as bready on the nose, but then it was bready again on the palate. It was green, somewhat raw. I picked up what I thought might be a hint of American oak.
There's a lot of oak on the wine.
Yeah.
It's a shit wine.
The shit one. One of the things that really did inform my selection, or at least my trying to guess the origin, was it seemed to me to have US oak on it. It's hard for us to work through a wine that's so flawed.
Right.
Do you smell bready?
Yes.
I don't smell so much the bread anymore, but I taste it.
Yeah.
Oh, on the nose for me it's bready, but in the palate it was less bready.
So for me, it's the other way around.
It's still junky.
Yeah.
So by Brettanomyces, Brett is Brettanomyces, is a spoilage yeast.
When Patrick says it's a spoilage yeast, he's 100% right. In wine, it's a spoilage yeast. In the alembic beers of Belgium, it is the predominant yeast, and it's
Exactly.
highly desirable.
Right, then let's see what it is. The second one, Villa Antinori Toscana,
That's-
2016. The main grape variety is Sangiovese, and then Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and a little bit of Syrah.
Villa Antinori, Toscana, 2016.
I'm surprised. I would have thought that as a very successful, quality-driven company, that would not have passed muster.
I tend to agree with you.
In my lifetime, many delicious Antinori wines. That is not one of them.
Yeah.
That kind of winery has multiple winemakers, right?
Multiple winemakers, wines, multiple wineries, multiple sites. Yeah.
And at this kind of entry level, buying fruit.
So number 3, both Peter and I thought this was Bordeaux varieties from Chile, medium ruby red in color.
That's what we thought on the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got quince, green leafy notes, dark fruit, and oak on the nose. Full-bodied, somewhat hollow in the mid-palate, which would go along with Cabernet. Color bothered me a little bit. It's not as darkly colored or deeply colored as I would expect from Cabernet Sauvignon. Firm tannins, oak dominated the finish, fairly good length. So I remain in Chile with Bordeaux varieties. More apt to say that it's Cabernet Sauvignon, though the color bothers me a little bit.
I like the way he thinks, maybe Patrick and I have just tasted too much together. For me, it's absolutely Chile. The lightness in color may just be that this is the lower priced wine. But yeah, for me, that's classic Chile.
All right, you're great. Casillero del Diablo, Cabernet Sauvignon
Well done,
Toro.
Patrick.
from Central Valley, Toro, and this is that.
That's a cheap wine, yeah.
Yeah. So in most other states in the United States, it costs $8 or $9.
Yes.
But here in California, it's $15. How can it be possible? In South Korea, the wines in South Korea, they're way more expensive than those ones in the United States.
Right.
But this one costs $11 or $12 in South Korea.
Compared to the previous one, it's better than the previous one.
And for $8 or $9, what do you think?
Yeah, not bad at all.
It's clean.
Yeah.
It's showing place.
It does. That it absolutely does. I mean, we got it not just tasting it. We got it on the nose that it was Chilean.
Shows variety. I wasn't that bothered by the oak tannins. So if somebody wants an inexpensive New World Cabernet Sauvignon, I'd say go for it. It both smelled and tasted, had notes of vomit for me. Barf.
이럴 땐 이 와인 네이버 밴드로 놀러 오시면 와인을 잘 몰라도 편하고 싸게 사실 수 있도록 제가 많이 도와드립니다. 다들 만족하시고 좋아하시더라고요.